Today I'm embarking on a journey of heroic proportions. I'm going to watch every single Marvel movie post-credits sequence. All the way from Iron Man to The Marvels. That's the most recent Marvel movie as of the recording of this video, although by the time I finish there'll probably be like 5 more.
The Thunderbolts. It's a cool name.
I haven't seen the huge majority of these films, so I've long had Marvel FOMO. The one thing I do remember from watching the first few Marvel movies is the movie itself is not the important part. The important part comes after the credits roll, the post-credits sequence in which they tease the next upcoming Marvel movie. So let's just dive right in, starting with Iron Man. So Tony Stark comes home and finds Samuel L. Jackson lurking in the shadows, and he's like, "You're part of a new extended universe, a Marvel cinematic universe.
You become part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet."
If you had told me back when this came out, this was going to lead into like another 30 movies, I would not have believed you.
Good luck keeping up.
Next, we have the Incredible Hulk. Some general is at a bar, and then Tony Stark comes in, and he's like, "Hey, General, we're putting together a super team." That's basically it. The Incredible Hulk post-credit sequence is about as memorable as the Incredible Hulk movie itself. Not particularly memorable. Next up, Iron Man 2. Got a car driving in the desert. New Mexico. Land of Enchantment. Is that license plate supposed to mean something to me? 8RE2ZI. 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 I don't know. I can't make anything of it. They give us this like big close-up on it like it's supposed to mean something to me, and I don't. It's a deep cut if it's something. Or I'm just really dumb.
Dude, you're embarrassing me in front of the wizards.
Okay, next up we have my twin Thor. So the scientist doctor guy is like wandering through some sort of underground labyrinth.
It's quite a labyrinth.
Then he finds Samuel L. Jackson waiting down there. A lot of these post-credit sequences start with like a mysterious figure walking in the shadows. I guess to be like, ooh, we're revealing something, ooh.
Nick Fury, director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
And he shows him a suitcase with a magical glowing cube inside. Nothing gets me stoked to see the next movie like the reveal of a magic glowing cube in a suitcase. Magic suitcase glowing cube.
We happy? Yeah, we happy.
Next is Captain America. He's boxing. Wow, he punches so good. Samuel L. Jackson comes out of the shadows once again. I feel like I'm watching the Nick Fury movie when I put all these together. It's just a story about Samuel L. Jackson gathering team members.
Trying to get me back in the world?
Trying to save it.
So at the end of the Avengers, we're getting our first look at Thanos. And I know he's a big deal because you Marvel fans never shut the up about this guy.
I am inevitable.
Look, Thanos! Ooh, Thanos! Ooh! I feel like that's what a lot of these are gonna be. They're just gonna be like, look, it's Giptigorp from your favorite comic! Look, it's Caluthula! Herbar! Oh, Alligator Man's gonna be in the next one, oh boy! And then there's a second post-credit sequence that's just our 6 superheroes sitting in a shawarma palace. I'd love to know how many people like really read into this scene. Like we're looking at each tiny little detail in the background, trying to find like secret hints about what was gonna happen in the next movie. 10 hidden messages you missed in the Avengers post-credits shawarma palace scene. Tony Stark actually takes 5 bites of shawarma. There are 5 Infinity Stones. The fact that Hawkeye's back is turned to us in this scene reveals that he actually is going to die in a later film.
No, I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna be made of plastic.
Now we got Iron Man 3. I wonder if at any point they like started to regret doing these post-credit sequences. They were just like, we don't have anything to put after the credits of this movie, but we can't not do it now because they all expect us to do it. They're like, oh, what do we got? What can we do? They're like, Tony Stark is getting therapy from Bruce Banner, but Bruce Banner's asleep. Brilliant. Do it. Shoot it. Let's do it. Nailed it.
I drifted.
Where did I lose you?
Okay, next up, Thor 2, The Dark World. We open on a shot of a Florbus in a tank. So we have 2 Asgardians, and they have a red magical glowing cube, and they are bringing it to the Collector, who's like a David Bowie type knockoff character. Now we have a second post-credit sequence for Thor 2, because that's what I was thinking after I finished watching Thor 2, was like, God, I wish this movie would just keep on going. So Natalie Portman is eating some cereal when suddenly a big beam comes down from above and Thor appears, and then him and her grab each other and they kiss the crap out of each other. Thor coming back to Earth and making out with Natalie Portman seems like something that should have been included within the actual film. Like, that kind of seems like the ending of the story, right? Next up, we have Captain America 2. So first we have Black Widow giving Captain America some sort of folder with someone's face in it. I don't know, because I didn't watch the movie. And she's like, you might not want to pull that thread, Steve. And then there's another post-credit sequence. We got a guy who has like a Dragon Ball Z eye monocle thing.
The dead will be buried so deep their own ghosts won't be able to find them.
He's like, nobody knows what a powerful magic blue sword glowy thing we have here. And not only that, we have the twins.
Sooner or later, they will meet the twins.
And then there's a third post-credit sequence. We're at a museum of some sort, and we see an exhibit on Bucky Barnes. But then we reveal that Bucky Barnes himself is actually the one looking at the exhibit. And Bucky ain't happy. The ominous music tells us that. Bucky's gonna get his revenge. I don't know this character. Next we got Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, second post-credit sequence for Guardians of the Galaxy. Hold up. We open on the Collector, a character who I only learned the existence of a few minutes ago. He's got Howard the Duck there.
Gross.
So I guess it's teasing that Howard the Duck is gonna show up in one of these Marvel movies? Did that happen? Does he show up in one of these?
You know what they say, you're out of luck until you've gone duck.
I don't envision fans clamoring over the return of Howard the Duck, but hey, what do I know?
That's it. No more Mr. Nice Duck.
Okay, next we have the Avengers 2, Age of Ultron.
I'll do it myself.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's Thanos! Oh my god! Did you guys see that? He's putting on that golden glove! All you Marvel fans, I'm sure, got a big old Marvel boner for that one. Ooh, look at his sexy purple face. You remember Thanos, the guy who was teased like 10 movies back? We're teasing him again. He's eventually gonna be like a legit character in this thing, it seems like.
I am inevitable.
Next up, we have Ant-Man. So we got another one of these old man, injured professor type characters. He's leading his daughter into his lab to reveal, look, here's your new super suit. I think the next Ant-Man movie is called Ant-Man and the Wasp. Presumably she's going to be the Wasp.
It's about damn time.
And I'm glad they brought her in, because you know, I was thinking this series doesn't really have enough superheroes, am I right? Next, we have Captain America 3, Civil War. I believe this is Bucky again from earlier. He wants to be put back into cryo sleep.
I think going back under is the best thing for everybody.
Which again feels like a scene that should be included in the movie, right? Is Bucky's fate not worthy of the actual film? It gets tossed into the like little end piece here. And then it pans over to a big statue of a cat shrouded in fog, but only for like a fraction of a second. So like if you blink, you're gonna miss this thing. What am I looking at? I don't know what it is. I don't know the significance. Maybe it's another superhero? Cat statue man? So we have another post-credit sequence here at the end of Captain America Civil War. We're really going ham with these things now. Like in Iron Man, we have one 40-second scene. Now we have 2 or 3 several-minute multi-location scenes in each one where we're introducing multiple characters. We see Tom Holland, Spider-Man, and his super hot mom is like, hey, what you doing, Tom Holland, Spider-Man? And he's like, nothing, Mom, nothing Spider-Man related.
Okay, tough guy.
Next up, Doctor Strange.
Why bring him here to
Earth has wizards now.
long story.
I don't drink tea. What do you drink?
Not tea.
Doctor Strange is talking to Thor, and he's like, "Why'd you bring Loki to New York?" "Because we're looking for our dad." "I'll help you find your dad."
Allow me to help you.
And then we have a second scene. So one character comes up to another character, and he punches him in the side, and he sucks out his wizard powers through his gut, I guess. Or something, I don't know. And then he's like, "You know what's wrong with the world? Too many wizards.
Too many sorcerers.
I was gonna say too many Marvel films, but okay, I'll accept that answer too. So Guardians of the Galaxy 2 first post-credit sequence is a guy using some sort of stabby pen. And then the second post-credit sequence, Sylvester Stallone has gathered up his team of off-brand Guardians of the Galaxy. "Hey, we got the whole team here. It ain't a party till we got Diamond Face Man here. Hey, we can't do nothing without Robot Head Chick.
I miss you guys so much.
And don't forget about Redfish Wizard Man too, he's real important. We got a bunch of the fan favorites here. How about recently crying Goth Asian Chick? She's my good homie."
What said we still some shit?
And then the third Guardians of the Galaxy 2 post-credit sequence, a couple of gold women talking in a gold room. My only real takeaway from that scene is that this gold chick is pretty hot.
More powerful, more beautiful.
This is a very attractive gold woman. Do I have a thing for this? Am I into gold women? New kink unlocked? Yeah, that's my type right there. Lady made of solid gold. The fourth Guardians of the Galaxy 2 post-credit sequence, Chris Pratt coming into Teenage Groot's room.
I am Groot.
Typical teenage Groot stuff. And then the fifth, I am not joking, there are 5 Guardians of the Galaxy 2 post-credit sequences. Some sort of old astronaut man being abandoned on an asteroid by some alien guys.
Hey, you were supposed to be my lift home.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot of characters. There's a lot of storylines. I can't follow any of them. Next we got Spider-Man Homecoming. It's Captain America against a white screen just saying, "Be more patient."
Patience. Sometimes patience is the key to victory. Sometimes it leads to very little, and it seems like it's not worth it.
Be patient. The Thanos movie is eventually gonna be here. We swear one of these days Thanos is gonna be in one of these movies.
And you wonder why you waited so long for something so disappointing. How many more of these?
Next, we've got Thor 3 Ragnarok, the movie in which Thor has short hair, which if you ask me is blasphemy. Never cut your hair, Thor. Why would you do that? What are you without your hair? Just muscles?
My hair is not to be meddled with.
So Thor and Loki are hanging out in a spaceship, and then an even bigger spaceship shows up. I don't know whose spaceship that is. Maybe it's Thanos' spaceship. Thanos. Ooh, Thanos. What could be more exciting than the implication of the existence of Thanos?
I am inevitable.
Second Thor 3 post-credit sequence is Jeff Goldblum seems to have crash-landed on some sort of garbage planet. Every famous person you could think of has showed up in these movies. It's nuts.
This revolution has been a huge success. Yay us!
Next up, we have Black Panther. So, at the end of Black Panther, the Wakandans join the UN.
We must find a way to look after one another.
In the second Black Panther post-credit sequence, we are reintroduced to our good pal, Bucky. We've been following Bucky everywhere. I had no idea this character existed, but he's like the star of these post-credit sequences. So I guess Bucky has been woken up from his cryo, and he's now in a village in Wakanda. Man, I can't wait to see what Bucky does next. Maybe he'll talk to Bruce Banner or something.
Good morning, Sad Buns.
Bucky.
How are you feeling?
Bucky.
Next, Captain Marvel.
Where's Fury?
So I guess she's gonna be in the mix for the next movie.
My name is Carol.
Next up we have Avengers Infinity War. I think this one's kind of a big deal. Maybe we're finally gonna get you-know-who. Nick Fury and Robin Scherbatsky are driving down the street. I don't know that the guy wearing the eye patch is my first choice for people to be driving the car. And then all of a sudden, Robin Scherbatsky just vanishes out of existence. Oh shit! And Nick Fury rushes to go send out a message, but he also disintegrates before he has the chance.
Well done.
Next we got Ant-Man and the Wasp.
The collection unit activates when you decouple it. It should automatically start absorbing quantum healing particles.
I don't care. So Paul Rudd goes into a quantum tunnel in the back of a van and is in some sort of quantum space, I don't know, and he gathers a bunch of quantum particles in his little quantum water bottle, and then he's like, pull me on out of quantum land. But all of the scientist characters are vanished from existence, leaving Ant-Man trapped in the quantum realm. And then in the second Ant-Man and the Wasp post-credit sequence, there's a giant ant playing a drum set. You've heard of Flea, now introducing Ant! Next, we have Avengers Endgame. Nick Fury and Robin Scherbatsky are down in Mexico. Jake Gyllenhaal beams down from the sky and starts shooting green clouds out of his hand, and then a big monster rock man comes and is like, blarg! And Jake Gyllenhaal's like, look out, monster rock man is here!
You don't want any part of this.
It just never ends. There's just always more superheroes and more supervillains, and it's like, what's left to say? Who's left to fight? We got the whole multiverse involved at this point. What else is there?
How many more of these?
So I guess we get to look forward to seeing whoever Jake Gyllenhaal's character is in a later movie.
Spider-Man was responsible for the brutal murder of Mysterio, the greatest superhero of all time.
Jake Gyllenhaal's character is now dead, as it turns out. That's pretty much how the scene starts.
I don't think I'm gonna make it off this bridge alive.
That's too bad. I'd grown attached to him since that last post-credit sequence. I was really excited to see what was gonna happen with him, but I guess it's already over. What the? And then we cut to another scene with a license plate once again. Now remember, the license plates are very important here. This one is HNM62011. So you Marvel fans, let me know what's the significance of that license plate. Nick Fury and Robin Scherbatsky driving along, but then they both are revealed to actually be green shape-shifting alien type people. Hey.
It really kind of went off the rails.
Next we have Black Widow. It only took 20 years for her to get her own movie. Yeah, well, this is awkward. We seem to have opened on Black Widow's tombstone, so guess she's not around anymore. It's Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
I'm allergic to the Midwest.
So Julia Louis-Dreyfus shows up and gives Black Widow's sister an iPad with a picture of Hawkeye on it. She's like, maybe you want to get revenge on the guy that killed your sister. But I don't get it, because I thought Hawkeye and Black Widow were friends, so she must be lying, right? I'm having to extrapolate quite a lot here. Assuming Black Widow even is really dead. I don't think Hawkeye did it, though. Or maybe he was possessed, maybe he was evil. I don't know.
You've done the whole mind control thing.
Not a fan.
Next we got Shang Li and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
No way.
The fans in the theater on that copy that I just watched were very excited about the introduction of that character.
No way.
Oh, no way, man. I wish I would have said it out loud, because I have no idea who that woman's supposed to be.
I don't even know who you are.
Next up we have the Eternals. Okay, so the Eternals are hanging around in some sort of underground base, and then some sort of goblin sort of man shows up, and he's like, everyone, Thanos' brother is here! He's like, hey, it's me, Thanos' brother. You're hot.
You are as beautiful as legends say.
Okay, now we got Spider-Man No Way Home. This character is Venom, I believe. I could be wrong.
I'm sorry. I'm an idiot.
Venom is drunk at a bar. A lot of drinking happening in the post-credit sequences. But then he gets vanished out of existence, or he teleports away, or someone teleports him away against his will, or something.
And there he goes. No tips. Nothing.
Next, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So Doctor Strange is just walking down the street minding his own business, and then suddenly a purple-suited blonde chick shows up, and she's like, hey, we ain't done yet, and she cuts a hole in space. Whoa, stop cutting up space like that, girl, what are you doing? You can't just go cutting holes in space.
Unless you're afraid.
Next, Thor, Love and Thunder.
I am the god of thunder!
So big fat Russell Crowe god is grumbling about how people don't respect gods anymore because they're too into superheroes. It's like, isn't that right, my son? Neo-cuties or something.
Do you understand me, Hercules?
Neo-cuties.
Hercules.
Locutus? Hercules? Ocules? Dorcules? Achilles? I can't understand a f***ing word Russell Crowe's saying. If I'm saying it phonetically, it's like, my son.
Do you understand me, my son?
Yes, Father.
Next we got Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. We have a couple of Wakandan ladies hanging out on the beach, and one of them introduces the other one to her son, the Prince of Wakanda.
My name is Prince T'Challa.
Maybe in like 15 years he'll get his own movie because this kid's like 10. Ant-Man and Wasp, Quantumania.
They're beginning to touch the multiverse.
Oh, this is wild. This is getting really unhinged. I don't even know how to begin to describe this scene. There's like an Egyptian cyborg guy and like another cyborg guy and then a third even stranger character, some sort of raspy voiced priest comes out.
They will take everything.
Now we seem to be summoning some sort of multiverse legion of cyborg people. That was crazy. That was the weirdest one yet. And then the second scene, we're in some sort of old-timey theater thing. I truly don't know who a single character is at this point. I think that's Loki there in the bolo hat. We also have, I think it's Owen Wilson with a mustache and a bolo hat. What is going on? What is happening? I can't even hardly explain it because it's getting so weird. Kang will return. So maybe that was Kang.
It's him.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So Chris Pratt is eating cereal, throwback to when Natalie Portman ate cereal earlier, and he's complaining that he doesn't want to mow someone else's lawn, and then this older guy is like,
Don't get me started.
that might be a purely comedic scene, but I'm just so removed from the context that I don't even know.
I kind of want to know.
Finally, we have The Marvels, the last movie on our list. Okay, we got a girl waking up in a hospital bed. Who are any of these people? Who's anyone here except for Beast from X-Men?
Confusion is but the first step on the journey to knowledge.
Okay, that's it. That's all of them. That's all the Marvel post-credit sequences. After all that, I'm just confused. I couldn't make heads or tails of most of that, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Also, let me know, what's your favorite Marvel post-credit sequence? Did you get really stoked for one of these scenes when you first watched them in theaters? Because you probably actually knew what the hell was going on. Also, make sure to like and subscribe, otherwise I'll have to snap you out of existence. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!
How many more of these?